Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. What it do? So with the can shine like a big boss hog, boss dog, K-pop through the door. Hit the top this box, fuck it, my solidical, baby. Tough times don't last, good people do not shift. Count that minute half line, maybe you better. Peak game. 84s on Wood Swing. Alright. Something I thought about. You got Jaron Ennis and Brian Norman. And it's a lot of back and forth. You know, the Normans talking. I'm not gonna lie, Brian Norman daddy talk too much, man. He talk a lot. You know, but it's the battle of the dads. You got Bozy, you got Norman Sr., you know, comments being made. My question is, who's to blame for this fight not happening? Is it Boots' fault? Is it Brian Norman's fault? I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's a mixture of both. I think politics are getting put into play. Hear me out. I think the Normans, they are trying to make a come up on a payday, right? And they're not looking at the end goal, right? You got to get in here and prove yourself, right? You haven't fought a top guy as of yet, right? You're fighting low-level competition. You're doing what you're supposed to do against this low-level competition, but you're not fighting any top guys. Boots hasn't fought. I'll say Stanionis is a top guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Stanionis is a top guy. And each time Boots gets an obstacle or hurdle, he overcomes it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Boots is the more proven fighter. I think the Normans need to take whatever deal that Boots give them. And if you feel like y'all just so far better than Boots, beat him and become a unified champion at 147 pounds. And then yesterday's price isn't today's price. All this politicking about, oh, I want this, I want that, you know, I just feel like, hey, just take whatever offer they give you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. You know, y'all jockeying for money and we not taking that because, you know, we deserve this. Pay us what we worth. It's like, I don't understand why y'all, this era of boxing sucks because these dudes out here really don't want to fight. They talk like, oh, I want to fight, I want to do this. And then it's like, oh man, I'm worth more than that. Bro, look, if you talking like that and you really want to fight, take the fight, beat him, and go on about your day. So that way you are unified champion. When you want to go get that other belt that Mario Burrows got, right? Boom. Hey man, y'all need to pay me so-and-so dollars. Right? That's just what it is. You got to take that risk, bro. One thing I like from yesteryear's era, the Floyd Mayweather era, even the era before that, you know, the Roy Jones Jr. era, the Mike Tyson era, you know, I ain't talking about money, man. I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. Them boys fought tough fights, and because they understood, I'm going to get the reward at the end. That's what it is. So when Floyd fought De La Hoya, yeah, he was there. And Floyd could have politicked the hell out of De La Hoya. Floyd could have been like, man, no, I'm worth this, I'm worth that. No. He let De La Hoya pick the gloves. He let De La Hoya do whatever he wanted to do. Pause. But he said, you know what? I'm better than him, and I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to show you. And what did Floyd do? Beat De La Hoya, and he became the A-side, and that's when, you know, he transitioned from Pretty Boy to Money Made. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is you have to take these risks, right? You have to take these risks in order to grow your brand, grow yourself as a fighter, because the reward is greater than, you know what I mean? But if you sitting here politicking, you know, that's a problem. You know? And I blame Boots and them too, because, yeah, they're saying whatever, but Boots and them can sit there and tell Eddie Hunt, hey, F it. Just get what he wants. Let's go. I want to fight. You know? But he not saying that. You know? So it's just like, and I get it, he's trying to rely and trust on his his team. You know what I mean? He believing in them. They telling him something, he like, okay, cool. Are you sure? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I believe in y'all. That's what he doing. But at the same time, it's like, if I'm Boots, I sit here and tell Eddie, give him whatever he want. Let's fight. So, like, that's where I say it's kind of both of their fault. Because Boots could just easily eliminate all this stuff and be like, give him what he want. Let's fight. You know what I mean? Brian Norman and them can eliminate this problem and be like, hey, F it. You want to go give me $500K? I bet. Whatever. I don't care. Let's get it. I know I can beat him. I just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? The reward is greater. You know what I mean? I don't think you understand what I'm saying. Yesterday's price, not today's price. All these fighters nowadays are worrying about is money. That's it. That's all they're concerned with is bread. You know? And it's like, I get it. You want to take care of your families. But at the same time, it's like, man, if you really want to be that great boxer, if you really think you like this and like that, you got to study. But I mean, not study. You got to put in that work. You know? It's just like in the Bible. It says, study to show yourself approved. Right? In boxing, you got to put in that work. You got to have a track record. You got to show, you know what I mean? Against top fighters. You offer me that? Bet. Let's go. I don't care. Let's get it. You only offer me that? I don't give a damn. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that needs to be the mindset. But it's not. And that's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? All these fighters, bro, like, they be politicking and stuff. And that's why I have an issue in boxing now. And, you know, me and Coach B was talking about this the other day. It's too much politics, bro. Everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to look like the man. You know what I mean? Without actually showing that they the man. Boots is a hell of a fighter. But you got to tell your team, hey, bro, get that man what he want. I just want to fight. Just like, look what Errol did with Terrence Crawford. That's a prime example. Errol's like, man, get that man what he want. Now, a lot of people are looking at that situation like, dang, Errol came out that situation messed up because, you know, he gave up a lot. But it's like, hey, man, if you really want to fight, hey, man, get that man what he want. Pause. Let's get to it. I'll give you $1 million out of my own pocket. Let's go. I just want to fight. And that's how it should be, bro. You know what I mean? You should be able to tell your team, hey, I don't care, bro. Let's fight. Well, it doesn't make sense business-wise. Man, F all that. I want to be the best. I'm willing to take this gamble and show that I'm the best. And that's just what it is. If I got to take a loss, you know, as far as like in my pocket, it is what it is. But I know if I beat this dude, this going to take me to another category financially. That's what it is. Brian Norman getting there and he make lunch meat at Jambu Sinners, it takes him to another category financially. That's real talk. If Boots make lunch meat of Brian Norman, it's just going to increase his purse financially. Right? So, both are to blame, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Boss gone.